Greetings and welcome to City Skylines Deepford, episode 69. Between the episodes, I have successfully built the observatory here. It required something that, okay, it required a certain something. Let's show you what it required. Well, see, in order to build the which one was it? That one? Medical center? Yes, in order to build the medical center, I needed the observatory for some reason, and we've now built that. Look, there it is, observatory. Boom! It cost us 1,600 a week to have, and it got 2 tourists and 2 visitors. Then we have to build the courthouse, which is here, which we can afford to build now. And the courthouse, it will give us access, hopefully access to the medical center, which will hopefully, when we get the cash for it, because we really don't have the cash for it. That's not the medical center. That's definitely that. Okay, but it'll give us access to a medical center, which will basically mean most of our hospitals will not be needed because it'll be massive capability. Although we still want the local supply, we can get away with local ambulance stations rather than hospitals, which is great. I also want to build the fusion power plant because that'll shut down most of our power requirements. 16,000 megawatts. So we're looking at 16 gigawatts worth of power production there. That is a hell of a lot, and it'll put our current production to shame. Which means we'll actually be able to shut down all of our actual power plants and save money from their actual production, because they don't need to be localized. So we can actually come over here, and turn off the nuclear power plants, which are actually causing us to spend 8 grand per week on per nuclear power plant. So there are things we're going to need, well, not really need, things we're going to be able to save a lot of money on. Bearing in mind, we're getting 55,000 per week right now as it is. I think it's safe to say it's worth building it and then turning off all power plants. I have already turned off due to another issue. I have turned off the dams. Both dams have been turned off. They are no longer producing electricity, but they don't need to produce electricity, and they do cost 3,200 per week when running, and the water still flows, so it hasn't stopped the water flowing out of the dams. It just means they don't produce any power when they're operating anymore, which is fine. We don't want to be paying for the power we're not actually using. We have excess power right now. So those are our goals for the episode. Now, when they say that the observatory required something, this building here, but that was a quick daylight. This building here, which is amazing and a glorious building, I have to admit, and inside it's got the details inside, like boxes and stuff. It's a good building. However, the requirement to build the observatory is, where's the observatory kept? There. Is, it doesn't tell you on there anymore, but the requirement to build the observatory is 1,000 abandoned buildings in the city. Yeah. 1,000 abandoned buildings. Now, I managed to build that at the end of the episode, if you remember. I think it was in the episode. It might have been after the episode. But I managed to get the 1,000 abandoned buildings to unlock this building and build it. Yeah. I also had so I did that by, if you remember, I did that by cranking up the tax on all buildings to maximum, by going into the city planning and taxation and giving tax rises on all the building types. And then I went into the budget, and I brought all of the services down to minimum. Basically, I pissed everybody off in the city. And it worked. They definitely created 1,000 abandoned buildings. And then as soon as that the 1,000 abandoned buildings, it said I had to maintain the 1,000 abandoned buildings for 5 weeks. Yeah. So, I had to ignore the abandoned buildings that are here. They're unrelated. I had to leave the abandoned buildings. We have some buildings down here that need reconstructing. You rebuild the Japanese garden. Thank you. And there's also there's another building over here that needs a reassembly. That one. It may have burnt down in the fire because somebody turned the fire budget right down. So the fire engines couldn't get there in time. But we don't know who that was, so ignore that situation. So anyway, so we had to do that. So what we did is we cranked up all the budgets, we put taxes really high, we did all the stuff to make all the abandoned buildings, and we got our 1,000 abandoned buildings. And as soon as that happened, I cranked all the taxes back to normal. I cranked all the taxes down, all the payouts, the budgets back to normal, and hopefully that it would stop any catastrophic destruction of the city. And it would take time to recover, so it would keep me there for 5 weeks. And the answer to that is no. It didn't stop it. It didn't stop it in the slightest. I mean, that's my population. See, here is when when we had that issue and I had to get that building done and the population dropped and then I recovered. This is what happened when I had to hold 5 weeks of 1,000 abandoned buildings or more. We got our 1,000 abandoned buildings. Boy, did we get our 1,000 abandoned buildings. But yeah, I mean, look at our treasury. We went over 2.5 million in debt. I took out 3 loans and didn't even touch it. We do actually have some loans to pay off now as well. Yeah. Budgets. I slashed the budget to try and save the income, and that really did help. We're back to normal now. Asset value didn't really take that big a hit though, interestingly enough. Our tax, as you can see, our tax has gone back up nicely, so we are making our money back now. Our influx though, we have a massive influx of people, because now our taxes are back to normal and the services are back to normal. People just want to move in. Our birth rate is pretty good. Our death rate went through the floor, because you know when you've got no one in your city to die, it kind of goes through the floor. Our tourists kind of went away for a while. People were kind of unhappy, but they got happy pretty quickly afterwards. We have no prisoners for a while, and that is because I turned off all the police stations, because one of the other requirements was to build a courthouse, and the courthouse requires basically a very high crime rate, and so I did that at the same time. That seemed to work quite well. We have, I don't know why our cyclists are down. That's weird. We had a disaster during this time period as well. We got a tornado run through the city. That's kind of why I had to rebuild 2 of those buildings. As you see, a couple of buildings got collapsed. And that was about it. So not too much happened, apart from, you know, we told basically 114,000 people down to 4,000 people. And then they all left the town. So that's the summary of what happened to the town between the 2 episodes. Today we're going to be building the courthouse, because we need the courthouse for the thing. Courthouse, now according to this, it has a very small area but a lot of noise, and this area of town is complaining at me for some reason. So you get to have the courthouse. Now can we position it so it goes right here between these 2 road segments? The answer is no, because it's bigger than the road segments. Okay, in that case, we'll place it right on the junction, like that. You guys should be happy about that, guys. There you go. Be happy. You're not happy. But we got the courthouse built now. It's there, and we can build around that, and we can have these roads continue on with this road just stopping around the courthouse. That'll work quite well for us. I'm actually a little surprised that you don't have a liking for that building. But anyway, there we go. We now have a courthouse, which means we can officially construct the largest plaza. I hate you, medical center. We can construct the largest plaza. Now, where's the largest plaza then? I feel like plaza is going to be the lower level stuff. Disaster Memorial, Mall of Moderation, largest plaza. That's actually really cheap and really surprising you want me to build that. Okay, so this is, can poor health be something to be proud of? Apparently, yes. The Lazaret Plaza, sorry, not largest, is a scenic area where people like to visit. Requirement of building a medical centre. Okay. Well, it's got a small noise pollution area, but it also has a very large area coverage, so we put it there. It'll actually cover quite nicely, boom, all those people in the area, and make those people nice and happy. Oh yeah, for reference, this is entirely shopping. This is low density shopping either side with a central core of high density shopping. In fact, I can do that. There you go. The idea is long term is to remove this commercial, maybe replace it with houses on the bend, and then put the commercial over here. And honestly, I'm thinking I might leave the commercial there. But I am also thinking these offices do not want to be here. These offices definitely want to be over here, with housing here is my long-term plan. They're just there because I needed the income from offices, because the word office demand. They will be removed though. They need to be removed at some point, fairly soon actually. Once we get the level of stuff. Okay, so that's all that done. Now we built the plaza. Can I build the building I need? No, I still need the oppression office. Okay. I've been kind of wanting to build the oppression office since I found it in the list. That's that one? Yeah, okay, so unemployment rate over 50%. Oh, you really, really, really starting to annoy me. I can do that by shutting these offices down and putting houses in their place. That would actually probably do it. Before we do that, though, because it's going to hurt financially, I'm going to run a power cable from here all the way down to there. And then we can leave those intact. That just at least keeps power over here because I don't want this building to stay powered. Okay, so we go in here, we switch to the high density tool, we switch to that tool, and we start removing all the offices. Alright, so and more houses obviously means more people, and less offices means less work for those people, right? So, office removal, and build your houses. And we'll do the back here as well, because it makes sense to do all the area. Office removal, house placement, and then these little bits here. You should be commercial in this area, because that's a little tiddly bit, and that there wants to be high density housing. Boop, boop. There you go. So we now have housing and offices. That means the unemployment rate should shoot up. Yes. 31%. So as these offices close down, obviously the people who were working there will become unemployed. And that will be a good thing for us, because it means we don't have to worry about hopefully destroying the city. Because destroying the city is a bad thing. Remember that. Destroying a city is a bad thing. So this should hopefully start seeing some construction going on, as well as buildings going down. We have seen people moving out, yes. It might be a good idea to remove the housing area from the very centre. Just thinking, we don't really want them building the houses in a part of the city where they can't get power. So remove that bit there, just like Corpy, so they don't build anything there. And that should hopefully help out with people being idiots, basically. How are we on the percentage? 40 something, was it? 30? 35.2% of our population are unemployed. Now, I could destroy the economy again by cranking the tax up on the industry areas and just making them all move out, but we're not going to do that. What we could do, though, is we could actually shut down some areas by just dezoning them and letting them rebuild. It feels like a bad idea to do that right now, but we'll do it if we have to. Trying to find a place that would best suit having their industry just decimated. The farms have just come back online, so I'm not going to touch them. They completely got decimated by the people moving out thing. Well, the oil district is always a popular place. We can just destroy the oil district and rebuild it, maybe. It's a fairly smallish area. And it has garbage problems, so we can get rid of two problems at once. I wish there was a button for unemployment right now. 34.5. You know what? D-zone this industrial area. No, not at an angle. D-zone the Alpha Epic 11 oil district. And I don't really want to zone the Toad area because it's got its own train station. It kind of makes that train station redundant. We could... Oh no, we could do, actually, yes. We could dezone big chunks of the Seder Park. In fact, we could dezone most of the Seder Park, right? Boom. There we go. Now, dezoning that will mean less production of some goods. But honestly speaking, I don't think it'll be a major issue for us. Let's check on our unemployment level now. 37. We have to hold this for a while as well. I am aware of that. It's going to tell us we need to hold it for like 5 months or something like that. Which basically means we don't get to do anything on that level, but we can build. We can expand all these housing areas. What are you and why are you there? You're a shop. You weren't supposed to be there in the first place. Go away. Demolishing your buildings cause you refuse to leave yourself. Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Alright, there we go. Now, what's our unemployment rate at? Our unemployment rate is 39%. Getting there. Slowly but surely. That's fine. Slowly but surely getting there. These places need to go away really quickly. If I demolish like that, if I actually outright just demolish your buildings, that should create unemployment much faster than waiting for it to happen by chance, right guys? Now there's a subway there with no power, but I don't care about the subway, since it is very much a unused building right now. Also, this is a very, very loud section of the game. It's going to be a pain in the ass to edit. Because when I'm trying to find the path where nothing happens, it's just going to be like all the destruction. In fact, I probably won't edit this one. It's going to go out. That's a fire station. Power plant. Power plants. There we go. How's our unemployment level now? 44.5. Don't tell me I need to get rid of more places. Actually, I shouldn't need to get rid of more places. It probably just needs to kick in with number of people. Have we got new people moving into our new area? Are you new people? You're Solutions Inc. You're not new people. You're the existing people who refuse to move out. There. Problem solved. But no one's moving in though because there's unemployment. Oh yes. What's the unemployment like, mate? 46.5%. It's getting there basically. I don't really want to get rid of any more buildings. I would much prefer right now to leave them alone. There's a little problem over here. Can this be solved? Yes, this can be solved with parks. What's the best type of park to build in an area? A Japanese Zen garden in the buildings area. Boop. That should make you happy over there. Go be happy. Be happy. Why are you not happy? There you go. You're just being an ass about it. I mean, you're being a perfectly gracious business. Boop. Boop. So a couple of Japanese Zen gardens in these areas should help with the people being happier in their workplace. Right, guys? You happier in your workplace? Good to hear it. A lot of this is actually capacity issues as well. So there we go. We are most definitely making these areas happy. I mean, this place won't upgrade because it's a focused type. And focused industry types do not upgrade. But I mean, I'm much happy with this. Having this green area next to the houses is much nicer. I might want to expand the houses into this area though, just to make them happy. But I don't know. I might want to make this more industrialized, being the buildings up close to the highway. Ooh, hello, power cable randomness. Let's connect you up to the power supply, shall we? There you go. You must have been like that for a while. What is your problem? I bet it's food. It's food. Well, don't worry. I assume people will not want to starve that much. What happened over here anyway? The fires. Oh yeah, we've got the percentage yet. Okay, we've got the percentage we need. We just need to hold it for 5 weeks. I told you it'd be 5 weeks, didn't I? Okay, well, ignore that for now, because that's just a 5-week project, and we are running low on time, and no one's moving into our area, which is kind of annoying. But we can build new roads, new stuff, so we don't build this around. Now, what we'll do here is I want to build this out with a bit of a curve, but it's not going to connect to anything. It's just going to be like a dead-end piece that connects up to maybe here, but I don't want to be too close. So let's build. We want the road. What is that? 2-lane plain street. Ooh, that must be new to the mods, because that's horrible. I hate when that happens. When you get loads of roads that are identical. It happens occasionally just on the build. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so we'll take you. We want to be on Bendy Road, please. Thank you. We'll take you, and we'll build you out about where we want it to be. We should be about there. We'll take you this way, and if we do it right, it won't cut off any of those buildings. We're just a tad short on where we want it to be, so probably 1 notch out should do it. Yeah, look at that. I want to line it up with that main road there if we can, with that road there, because that's kind of where I want it to end if we can. So it will be lining up with about there. Looks between those would be the best place, so I'm going to put it there. It is just off of that, but quite frankly, at this point in time, it's going to annoy me anyway. Yes, it is. Okay, remove that. Try that again. We want to be 1 notch past, and then across. I'm going to line up with that road, but I think it just... There it is. I believe. Yes, that's perfectly lined up with it. Okay, that's good. It didn't really eat into any of these either. It did eat into itself a little bit, but I can live with that for now. So, that being said, if we take all of these roads out and roll them out to be in line with that +1, would that do it? Or are we going to do the same problem everywhere? I think we might have... No, I'm happy with that. Okay, we have a few of these little weird ones. They're gonna happen. Not much we can do about that, but it seems to be +1 every time. I'll put it there. Boom. And we're not going to connect them up to anything, so remember that part. Now here is where it gets a little bit more complicated because I can't actually see the end. There we go. The end properly. So we want it to be there. +1. All the way up, and that's way too far out. Okay. There is not far enough. And for some reason, it's weird. It's actually weird because it's clearly not the place it wants to be. And I can't just put that in there. If I could just, as a test, run this over here. Yeah, okay. Let's try. Oh, it's 2 out. That's why, because this one is this one's supposed to be there. In that case, you need to be 2 out, which makes sense now. So that would be for you. You would be lining up sort of here, wouldn't you? And you can't go where you need to be. Okay, so now we're at that point where we need to start looking at having the curve slightly differently. So we're going to have your curve. I wanted to get you lined up with that road. It looks like there. Yeah, that'll do fine. And you'll run out to go up there. So you're going to need to run to about there. You need a tighter turn, don't you? Because you're a weird one, basically. Also, you're not where you're supposed to be, are you? Because of that road's... Okay, this is going to be a bit different coming out. So actually, what we should do here is what we did like there. We had it coming out in 2 straight lines coming out from the curve. I don't want to have too many roads on here this time around, so I might just have a single one in the middle coming out. And then split out into 2 further out. It will not be a problem if we did that. So... you are a problematic road, aren't you? If we could do from here... If we could get this road to have the same curvature, it would be great. I just don't think we're going to be able to because of those roads there. Yeah, that's going to cause us a problem. Well, wasn't thinking of that one. That's become a bit of an issue, hasn't it? Who would have thought these roads could be a problem? Although, I can probably build that one out from there. Ooh. I can probably build that one out. Yeah, I can build that one out. I could do with it being a snapping, but it's not going to snap this road. Okay, so let's see. We get it there. To there, would that work? It really won't work. It's just because that road is a higher bend scenario. It basically needs to leave at a different... I have an idea. Move that to there. Build the road, demolish the piece, put it back. That will actually do the job. You come out here and spin the camera down so we can see how far out we need to come. Why didn't I think of that earlier? I have no idea. Out +1. Go up here, place it where it's as close as it needs to be. Boom. Then first thing to do here is to demolish that last little bit of road. Put you back in again. Boom, but you don't actually connect properly. Good. Then over here, remove that. Put the building itself back in its rightful place. Boom. And then here, what we can do now, you see, is we can actually have this road connected up to these. It'd be nice to have like a back road here. Like that. Yeah, okay. If you could then go there, come straight out there. Slightly off where I want you to be. If you can come out there as a straight road. For now you go to there because I want you to connect up to that other one at some point. But that'll give us a connection there. Perfect. And it has a road. Good. Now you get to run over here. And you're going to have a bit of trouble going around there, but I'm fine with that right now. And you're going to need to be there +1. Curve up here. And then you're not going to be able to connect to the road. So you're going to need to have less angle. So we do there. This is going to be more trial and error now, just trying to make it fit. Ooh, that's a nice fit. Boom. And then you're going to be the next one that goes out that way. And again, you're going to need to squeeze in a little bit tighter. Because you won't be able to fit into there, and that's going to be a little bit tighter. So try there. Up. It's very close. Close enough to have it. Perfect. And then you're the final piece on our little jaunt over here. Again, you're not actually going to be able to go where I want you to go because of that. So you're going to be a much, much shorter junction point. Can you get in there? Boom, there you go. And that's actually all of our things. Okay, so now we need to have the road coming out centrally. So we'll go straight line roads here. You come out the... I just want... Because it's a bend and I don't want to have like 3 junctions on this road. You can come out there. And then what we'll do is here we'll have you come out this way, splitting down like that, and they can turn at the top if they want to, like that, and then we'll have you come out over here, like that, and you can act as a bridge point basically. Connect it straight, thank you, and there we go. So this, whoa, sorry but no, just no, stop it. Okay, I'm happy with that. We do have all the roads. New areas to be zoned, and we just need to put this little piece here in. Just to help that road there be connected. And we could just not have that connected at all, either side, and have it go there. But I kind of like having that sort of around the building sort of look. There we go. We can get rid of this power plant, power cable maybe, but I don't feel like it's a good idea. That will de-zone that building. There we go. And you're... Oh, how are we doing this? I've been sort of not paying attention. We are at 3 out of 5 weeks. So, we're doing pretty good there. This is now powered up here. You're all good there. We're pretty good actually in this area. Are they all offices over there? They are. That's an all office band though. Maybe that's supposed to be like that. I can't remember. But they're all good. We have another forest fire in the... Another one, DJ. Come on. You literally just burnt that area down like, what, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, we need more fire helicopters. That's actually not a bad idea. We've got some cash. Let's pop down a few fire helicopters. Because we're getting a lot of forest fires in this area, and I don't want to get rid of the grass. So it would be nice to have more forest fire helicopters. So put one there. And we'll put another one over here. We'll have 2 very close to each other. Now, they are expensive. But I feel that they're a good idea to have for them. We have none over here, none at all. We should have some over here. Actually, one over here, right on the entrance to the city, would be a good idea. It's right near the water, and the helicopters can be used to provide the city with emergency fire services. Make sure we've got water coverage on that. It doesn't have water coverage. Boom! It does now. How about you over here? You're in our water area. So we've now got 3 extra fire departments. Look at that, 3 extra fire helicopter bays, each with 3 helicopters of their own. So they should now have basically a vast array of firefighting capabilities compared to what they had before. We've really increased the amount of fire engines available, basically. Fire helicopters available. That should really help them out. Okay, how are we doing on the overlay? We are at 4 out of 5 weeks. We have less than a week to go. I was going to end the episode here, but I think we can hold out just long enough to build that building. Hold that there. 4 out of 5 weeks, we are... What is that anyway? The Pyramid of Safety. To gain Pyramid of Safety, I would just have to hit the city with no... We should build that. I feel like we should build that somewhere. Where should we build the Pyramid of Safety? Well, logically, in the safest part of the city, but I feel, personally, it should be built over here. Because this is the part that was completely devastated by the original disaster. Can we even fit it over here? Because it's quite a long building. If it had a side road there, it would fit, wouldn't it? Ooh, 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 it would just fit. So put it up against the motorway. Put it just up against there, come on. Gap, gap, I want to be up that. Can you not be in that gap? There's nothing in that gap that stops you building there. Apart from that power cable. There. Boom. The Pyramid of Safety. It's also a very, very pretty building. Ooh. It's a very pretty building. In fact, it's such a pretty building, we can put a camera down there and look up at... Get out of the tree. Look at the prettiness of the building. It is totally not the Hand of Nod's home place. Any Command & Conquer fans will know exactly what I'm on about there. Because it looks like Command & Conquer level 1. Command & Conquer 1's a home base, isn't it? Pyramid of Safety. This is actually a shelter in its own right. Yeah. The reason I'm asking that is because the doorway says emergency shelter. So I'm wondering if that is a actual emergency shelter or not. I don't know. Anyway, we should now have, wrong button. 5 weeks have passed. We can now build the courthouse. The oppression office. Now, the oppression office. I feel it really should go in the area we just oppressed to do it. Actually, it's not a bad idea. We could put the office of oppression in the industry area. We just, no, actually, over here in the housing area, where we just get rid of all the businesses. Right in the middle of the housing area, we get rid of all the businesses. Would make a perfect place. It's like, hey, we built this thing because you lost your jobs. Boom. Sticking it to the people. It's not a good thing, by the way. What's next on that building list to build this thing? With a mall of moderation. We had that, right? It's that long, windy one. That one. Yeah. And we need a mall. And we can put that in our new curved area over here. It's got that curved look to it. I mean, it's a waste of building it on the outskirts, but I feel like building it. Ooh, if it'd fit in there. I mean, it's a building that's, you know, got a curve to it, but it won't build in any place that has a curve to it. That's just annoying. Although it's too big for these roads. All right, we're going to build on the outskirts over here. It's a waste of part of the building, but we could actually benefit for it later on. Build it there. Boom. There we go. We have the mall of moderation. And then we need the sea of skyscraper. So I'll build some of these stuff later. But I want to quickly rezone our industry over here. Whoa. Over in Cedar Park. Get it back online. Let's see. So if we can start it sort of here. Okay, that's not snapped to the grid, unfortunately. If I can get you to snap to the grid. Thank you, autosave. I just noticed you're doing autosave right on me. 32 minutes of the episode, so we're going to do that line there. And then that line all the way down to, but not up to, that last square. Because that gives you that, keeps that main road clear at all times. Good. Good, good, good. We could probably have some extra industry down here if we get that last square. There we go. There's a train track there, so I'm going any closer, so that's fine. There we go. New industry buildings should be moving in. We get the unemployment down because that's important. And we can come over here into a new area. Next episode, we'll build some roads back here. And the roads we build back here are going to be just for the offices. Because this area I do want to be housing. So I don't really want to put on any offices in this area. But we'll leave that until next time. Until then, comments in the comments. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Let me know what you think of the facilities we have built recently. And also, look, the fire's almost out. Almost. See you next time.